So in certain terms, one could say the global elite, in their fervoring movement to dismantle things, to create chaos, are actually following the flow of what you all came here to do. Now, granted, large majority of people that we speak to do not remember at this point why they came to earth, why they incarnated into a body. You sort of take it for granted. You have a family, here you are, you better do something. What do you want to be when you grow up? That kind of thing. But we would like you to ponder over the summer. Why did I come to the planet? What was one of my purposes? And look at your life, and as your life has unfolded, it shows you your purposes. Some of it is to connect with people, to find love, to keep the living library going by having children, producing families, to explore Earth, to travel, to give something to Earth that enhances itself. So ponder, if you can get in touch with your soul spirit, why did I come here? What are some of my greater purposes? What else does my soul want to achieve through me? What can I do now to enhance my life even more? Because there is no better summer than this one to really, really take yourself on a ride that can satisfy you, that can bring you joy and fulfillment. Your creativity is blossoming to extraordinary levels, and we want you to acknowledge that from within and set the course that will benefit you. These energies of the summer are tumultuous, there's no doubt about it. They are dismantling. But sometimes the things that need to be dismantled are what makes room for something new to bloom. Do not despair. There will be plenty of people who will contribute that emotion. Do you understand? That's not your job, to be in despair. Your job as spiritually aware beings is to set a course, to build an energetic frequency of potentials for excellence, of possibilities of unknown, let's say, marvelous unfoldings. We do not want you to be in denial and to ignore what is happening in the world, to pretend there's nothing I can do about it, I don't want to know. As a spiritual being, you must know all kinds of things. You don't get into realms of higher consciousness by ignoring what is going on. You must be able to enhance your life, understand the dynamics of global events, open your heart center, heart brain, the heart chakra, and use that energy to compassionately connect with what humanity is going through. We know that many people have made extraordinarily stupid decisions. Ideally, no one in this room is in that category. Or if you have, you've extricated yourselves or are in the process of it. And people have a right to make any kind of decision that they want. But what happens is that what you do always comes back to you. Sometimes it takes many lifetimes. If you are creating damage, violence, abusing children, and worse, you may get away with it in one lifetime. But you will then be on the other end of it in another, until the cycle is broken. Sometimes the spirit in the body goes to extremes. It's figuring out, do I want to be wealthy? Do I want to be poor? What can I be when I'm in the body? You see, outside the body it looks different. But once you are born, you are a babe. You could have all the power in the world and knowledge outside the body, but then you are born in itsy-bitsy little bodies and you have to cry to be fed. Do you understand? Anyone remember their infancy? It wasn't easy. If you had loving people around you, then you created great fortune. Human beings cannot grow up without being loved and nurtured and taken care of. And so sometimes in the process of growing up, you bump into many things and you forget the larger plan on a conscious level. Yet the larger plan is always in operation. From the time that you are born until, let's say, about 15 years old, 12 to 15 years old, these are your highly karmic years. In other words, the things that you create during those years. One could even extend it up to 21 if you want, but about 15 really. The karma that you create, the situations that, quote, happen to you, because you are young and you don't know what you are doing, you are drawing things to yourself, the soul is playing things out. These are the things often that you must spend the rest of your life resolving. From 15 till 40, you're out there gathering information, life experience, learning. And then from 40 onwards or 50 onwards, you spend a lot of time thinking about, analyzing, processing what this life has been about, and that is when the healing comes down. The wisdom is there for the healing. All healing is looking at things from another perspective. Because all healing, let's say, the wounds that you want to heal are not just physical, they are emotional. The body gets impacted by something, whether it is violent or whether it is manipulative or whether it is the withholding of love. This is life. You know, in America, North America, your cities are filled with streets and filled with houses and apartment buildings, and you drive by them all the time. And yet people live in all these places. And they all have very dramatic stories. Each person, every day, has to encounter something through their feelings. They have to adjust to other people around them, deal with the karma of good parents, not good parents, all kinds of stuff. You know the stories, you are humans. When things are unresolved, or when you have victimhood, or you blame someone else, or you have long-term resentment, this is what contributes to the wounds in the mass psyche. And this is what is being healed now through people like you, who have the courage to rethink things, who have the courage to embody their own power, and to accept that you are the creators of your experiences. And the only way you move forward is to forgive yourself and look for the higher picture and create anew. When you shed those wounds and that trauma, it is like a snake getting rid of its old skin and metamorphizing into something else. So all this activity of the summer, the spring, and of course 2 years before 2012 as you're getting ready to align with the Galactic Center, and it's going to be a nice big dose of energy that you will reverberate with for quite a while. We'll speak more on that. And what this is about is humanity is releasing all that has been brewing down there. And it's being released through emotion. It's also being released through events, whether the global elite trigger them or not. Everything is connected as a symbol. And the mass psyche is working together to dismantle and disrupt the mirage. And then to sit back and start to see what it looks like when you don't color things over, when you start to get the truth. People will clamor for freedom as you have never heard the clamors before. Freedom will ride fast and high and furious this summer. And people will start to say, we want the truth, we want the truth, we want the truth.